see. I think I was finished with this. Interpersonal effectiveness. This part of DBT helps relationships effectively, sticking to balance between your needs and others. The ultimate goal of DBT is to build a life worth living. Personally, I feel like this is a perfect form of therapy that could help a lot of people. It can teach you so much about you, and also it digs deeper. I know that sounds super cheesy, but it's like learning to dance in the rain instead of waiting for storms to pass. Okay. The science of DBT. Research and scientific studies supporting DBT. Oh. There's a lot of studies done in the DBT field. I feel like this type, I feel like that, I feel like that this type of therapy is backed by a solid body of research. Oh, I love research. Numerous studies have delved into how and why DBT works, and I must say the results are very impressive. It started with such disorders as borderline personality disorder, which I have, depression, which I have, eating disorders, which I have, substance abuse, which I don't have. And lately it has shown improvement treating frequency frequently such frequently occurring conditions as anxiety. Oh, yes, that's probably why. In the 1900s, there was a study done by Dr. Lyon Han herself. The study showed that DBT can effectively reduce self-harming behaviors in women with bipolar compared to other therapeutic approaches. This is quite this was quite a big deal because until then bipolar disorder has been considered quite difficult to treat. What's interesting is how DBT helps with diverse problems. Studies show that DBT focuses on skills like mindfulness, distress tolerance, distress tolerance, and emotional regulations. It can be universally beneficial, regardless of the specific mental challenge. What time is it? Okay, I got about 3 more minutes. An article in Canon, canonically, 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 article in canonically psychology and psychotherapy journal explains the impact of mindfulness based DPP DPT program on individual with anxiety symptoms. This article was particularly interesting for me because, as mentioned before, I had a pretty bad anxiety attack myself. The studies report that participants experienced significant reductions in anxiety, indicating the potential of integrating mindfulness practices a key component of DBT in treating anxiety disorders. Another development that is the adaptation of DBT for different age groups and setting. For instance, DBT for adolescents and DBT for schools have been tailored to meet unique needs of young individuals in educational environments. Research in these areas indicates positive outcomes like improved emotional regulation and this what this decrease decrease um decrease ideation in teens. Suicidal ideation in teens. Neurotypical and psychological foundations. DBT isn't about changing behaviors. It's about rewriting how we process and react to emotions and stressors. Mainly, DBT is so effective. It's mainly why DBT is so effective is its impact on the brain, particularly areas involved in emotional regulation and stress response. Neuro, Neuroscientific studies have shown that people with emotional dysregulation often have heightened anxiety and ooh, that's a good word right there. Amygdala. Amygdala. Amygdala, the brain's fear and emotional center, and reduced activity in the prefrontal cortex involved in decision making and voluntary social behavior, which means it just turned 8, didn't it? Dang it. Okay. DBT works to recalibrate this imbalance. The mindfulness. The mindfulness plays a big role here. If you practice mindfulness regularly, it can lead to social, structural, and functional changes in the brain. It also increases gray matter density in the parental cortex, helping with better decision making and emotional control. It also decreases stress and anxiety and reduces activity in the amygdala. Amygdala? Okay, well, that's enough of that for today. Plus, it did 10 minutes of reading that, or I don't know how we ever call that, but that wasn't done.